end the stigma. On the news this evening, Governor Fubara promises to pay salaries despite court ruling stopping allocation. Rivers State Government appeals court ruling halting monthly allocations. Judiciary panel of inquiry into council office destruction begins hearing. Senate confirms 7 ministerial nominees. On the foreign scene, at least 72 killed in Spanish flash floods. I am Kaladako Rubatabo. Let's quickly go for a commercial. When we come back, the news in detail. Welcome back, and now the news in detail. River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara says despite the plan to cripple the state, he will still pay the salaries of workers. His comment comes hours after a federal high court in Abuja stopped the Central Bank of Nigeria from further releasing monthly financial allocations to the River State government. Governor Fubara, while speaking during a Thanksgiving to mark the 1-year anniversary of the political crisis in the state, also assured contractors and local government chairmen that they will get their allocations. Our correspondent reports that a Thanksgiving program was organized by the state government at the main bowl Alfred Yettesby Civic Center to mark 1 year since the attempts to impeach Governor Fubara. In the meantime, the Commissioner for Information and Communications, Joe Johnson, says the state government has appealed the ruling. Mr. Johnson tells correspondent Martha Okere that he is hopeful the ruling will be overturned.
Well, we saw this judgment coming the way it did when the trial judge refused 23 council chairmen as joined us, refused the state to change their lawyer, and refused our objection challenging jurisdiction of the Federal High Court, Abuja. The judgment has already been appealed, and I believe that Court of Appeal will upturn the judgment. We're not panicked, and there is no cause for alarm.
Mr. Johnson warned that if the ruling is upheld by the appeal court, it could harm local government workers.
If it were anything to reckon with, it would impact negatively on the civil servants who are the local government here, and it will affect teacher salaries and all that are tied to the local government. So I can imagine how anybody would advocate for the stoppage of money that will bring development to the local government councils and also pay those who work in the council.
The Information Commission also urged Rivers residents to pray for the state government.
River people should continue to pray for the state. The government has asked for peace, and I want to believe that God that sees over the affairs of men will not allow the machinations of the enemy to survive. This problem is a legal problem, and you cannot take it out of the court, particularly when you are a defendant. The government not how the law operates. This problem is a matter that the court will give justice to. So let us stop all these shenanigans, because it's not going to take us to anywhere. It is the state that will suffer, and in this case, local government staff.
As you may know, Justice Joyce Abdul Malik ruled that Governor Siminalayi Fubara's handling of monthly allocations since January was unconstitutional and should not continue. In the same vein, President of a pressure group, Niger Delta Activist Forum, Success Jack, told correspondent Suibi Uruwari that the judgment is intended to push Rivers people to make decisions about their political future.
Don't forget that laws are made for men. Men are not made for the laws. If at any point in time the people of Rivers State decide that, look, one time the Rivers people say, okay, because you are using the law as instrument of oppression against the will and wishes of our people, the laws are being used as instrument against us, because you cannot have us, we are producing and you saying that we should not collect what is due to us. The judiciary should not let itself become an instrument to destabilize democracy and the will of the people. Then when we look at technicalities of the law should serve the purpose of fulfilling the wishes and aspirations of the people.
But a lawyer, Achinike Williams Wobodo, said the court did not err in the judgment, as it was based on previous judgments obtained by the Martin Ameole-led State House of Assembly.
It's a criminal offense for anybody to spend the money belonging to Rivers State without an appropriation law. Rivers State House of Assembly has not made an appropriation for 2024. Federal High Court has said so. It set aside the one made by the former, meaning there is no law. There was an appeal to the Court of Appeal. The Court of Appeal set it aside, and there's an appeal to the Supreme Court. These people have said, government, federal government, whoever is responsible for giving our money to Rivers State, please stop giving our money to Rivers State, because we have not appropriated it. So we don't know where the monies are going to. It is in accordance with the law.
Mr. Williams would also explain options available for government workers affected by the judgment.
If the workers who work in those areas, I'm not going to educate them on what to do, but what the government and the judiciary and law has a human face, and they apply it to specific instances. They call it exceptional circumstances. So those who will be affected by the law can ask that their money should be paid to them in a certain way, but not that money meant for Rivers State should continue to be expended in such a way that it cannot be accounted for. So if the court makes an order, my brother, that is the law.
Still on this, peace advocate Obinna Egbogidi urged the political class to consider the kind of legacy they are creating with this.
To the political gladiators and their team of followers who have been cheering them on while Rivers people continue to suffer, I appeal to take a moment to reflect on the profound impact of your actions and inactions. Posterity will judge us not only by our victories and deeds, but by our willingness to prioritize the welfare of the people we serve. The refusal to pursue peace has demonstrated a disheartening truth, which is that the interests of the people of Rivers State are secondary to personal ambitions and vendettas of our political leaders.
In another development, the Rivers State Judiciary Panel of Inquiry set up to investigate recent arson attacks and the destruction of local government secretariats has started its hearings. Inquiry local government area was the first to present witness supporting its submitted memorandum. During the session, the Commission's Chairman, Justice I. Ara Menakiri, urged all parties to cooperate fully with the inquiry.
So the essence of this exercise here, the Commission, is just for us to look into these issues that have been complained about, the happenings of that 7th of October. So at the end of the day, when they are addressed, we will have Rivers State, better Rivers State. We are not politicians. We're here, common men who have been chosen by the state to do this, carry out this assignment for the betterment of our state.
The Secretary to Inquiry Council, Smile Azunda, submitted 7 photographs showing the burnt sections of the Secretariat and estimated the damage at over 3 billion naira. Another witness, the paramount ruler of Ubima, Prince Ian Williams, also spoke.
The Inquiry Council government recognized traditional rulers visited the scene of the crime, and what we saw is an eyesore. It's something that needs the intervention of the state government, not even the local government, to be able to put in place, because the high level of damage is something that we, the local government, cannot take care of. My recommendation to the Commission is that they should liaise with the security agent to arrest those people who committed such abominable thing.
A representative of the State Fire Service, John Chukwumadi, also testified after submitting the agency's report on the incident. Correspondent Emeka Otoka reports that the chairman of Ikoyi local government area, Israel Abossi, spoke to newsmen after the hearing.
The law is very open. Nobody is above the law. We have set up a panel of inquiry and we are asking them that, look, let the proper investigation be done in compliance with their terms of reference that warranted their creation. We cannot hide under any guise to perpetuate criminality. The law must take its course. Those that have indulged in this act must be brought to book and the appropriate penalty executed so that will serve as a sufficient deterrent to further occurrence of such actions.
In another development, the deputy leader of the 10th MOA Legislative Assembly, Bright Ekweme Elechi, has described 30th October 2023 as Liberation Day for Rivers people. Recall that the political crisis in the state started on this day last year when the Martin Ameule-led State Assembly issued an impeachment notice against Governor Siminalayi Fubara. In an interview with correspondent Emeka Otuka, Mr. Ekweme Elechi, who represents Rundele Ward 7, commended the Chief of Staff, Edison Eye, Victor Okojumbo, a member of Simplified Movement from Umudioga Community, Eidia Chinyere, Sukari Goodboy, and others for standing with the governor in defending democracy.
First of all, we are taking everything back to God for giving us the victory from the Supreme Court up to date. So where we are today, it's like we're living from Egypt to Israelite. We want to thank the Executive Governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, for liberating Rivers State from those that want to embezzle resources of Rivers State. And also want to also thank the Chief of Staff Government House, like Edison Eye, Engineer Eidia from Woten, Joga, the Speaker, Rivers Assembly, Okojumbo, Sokare, and the rest of them that also took strength and defended the democracy.
Mr. Ekweme Elechi also applauded the MOA local government chairman David Omeriji for the electrification project in the area.
I also thank the advanced team that stood firm to the governor to also make sure that Rivers State is being governed by one governor, not a two governors. Now, urge every well-meaning Rivers people to stand firm with the governor in 2027, where we will reinstate him back to continue the good work that God has sent him to do in Rivers State. I want to also use this medium to also thank the executive chairman of MOA local government, Honorable David Omeriji, for also coming to change the narrative of MOA local government by lighting up MOA. It has never been like that before.
Still to come, Senate confirms 7 ministerial nominees. Do stay tuned. Welcome back now to the rest of the newscast. The Rivers State Local Government Election Petition Tribunal began sitting today. Our correspondent reports the tribunal, led by Chief Magistrate Betty Sonny Hart, granted a motion by the chairmanship candidate of the Social Democratic Party in Kokana local government area, Kenneth Ali Pierre, to inspect ballot papers and result sheets used for the election in Ward 10. In a separate sitting, the tribunal headed by Chief Magistrate Menene Poromo also granted a motion by Action Alliance and its chairmanship candidate in the Obiakpo local government area, Okechukwu Victor Mari, to inspect electoral materials used for the elections. A group, the Concerned Okeyi Stakeholders Forum, is congratulating Governor Fubara for a free, fair and credible election that produced the chairman of Eche local government area, Uzodinma Nwafo, and honest Kelechi Njoku as councillor. In a statement by Eugene Uche Wokogba, Linus Nwafo, Gift Inodim, Christian Nwafo, Gift Wogu, and Stephen Emeka Obi, the group passed a vote of confidence on the Eche Council Chairman Uzodinma Nwafo for its performance and for appointing Ben Chuks Okere, Chinese Onyechi, and Emmanuel Echebe Okogba and Samuel Nweke as aides. It also congratulates Austin Inadozie and John Otamiri as commissioners. It urged Dr. Nwafo to appoint more sons and daughters of Okeyi into other positions in his administration. It promised to give Dr. Nwafo and Governor Fubara the total support they need to succeed. Now, the Rivers State University has established and inaugurated the Center for Water and Sanitation Studies to address the lack of knowledge-based manpower created as a result of absence of skilled workers. The acting director of the Center for Water and Sanitation Studies, Dr. Peter Cookie, during the official unveiling of the center at a conference on the campus, explained the significance and gains of establishing the first Center of Water and Sanitation Postgraduate Studies in Nigeria.
The water and sanitation sustainable development goals we are lacking seriously behind. There is no state in the country that can talk about even up to 40% potable water supply or even up to 30% sanitation. The designs of even the water system we are using, the water closet, is not standardized. The first is to give people the knowledge of how to design and develop, build good sanitation facility. There's a lot of opportunities and our people are not there. Most of the consultants are from outside the state, even outside Nigeria. So that's why this center has come to stay, so that we provide the right manpower.
On his part, the Vice Chancellor of the Rivers State University, represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, Victor Akujuru, in his remarks spoke on the driving force behind the program and expectations from the center.
The impact is that this center has established our quest for excellence in hygiene and water studies. We are drawing student population from all over the country, and so we are making name for the state and for the university. In the future, we expect that the alumni of this center will be heading water and sanitation program all over the country, and the name of this university and of course the state will continue to reign as a place where people can come and acquire knowledge.
Correspondent Ibi Oruware reports that some of the postgraduate students, including the sanitation strengthening lead, Kabiru Abbas, and head of programs Water Aid Nigeria, Namped Chukutu, spoke.
My postgraduate studies at Rivers State University have not only deepened my knowledge of WASH, but have also greatly enhanced my ability to address complex public health challenges, whether it's during an outbreak in community health promotion or in policy making.
We've got a lot of capacity gap, a lot of capacity challenge in the water and sanitation sector. We need to keep building reform experts. We need to keep building fecal sludge management experts. We need to keep building water resources management experts. And all these experts, I think this center is providing an opportunity for that.
Those things that is one septic tank, you call it soak away. Is it really soaking away? Are you sure it's not contaminating the groundwater? Who is going to advise on how to do a better septic tank?
Our correspondent reports that the inauguration of the center was chaired by the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of the Governing Council of the University, retired Justice Mary Adderley, and it witnessed the unveiling of the Nigerian Journal of Water, Sanitation and Hygiene for Development. The Senate has confirmed the appointment of all 7 ministerial nominees, which President Bola Tinubu submitted last week. Now let's take a look at the international scene.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
Flash flooding has killed at least 72 people in the southeast of Spain. Rescue teams are working to find those feared missing. King Felipe VI said there has been huge destruction to infrastructure and warns of difficulty accessing some areas. A quick recap. On the news this evening, you heard Governor Fubara has promised to pay salaries and local government allocations despite court rulings stopping federal allocation to the state. The Rivers State government has appealed the court ruling halting monthly allocations. The Senate has confirmed 7 ministerial nominees. On the foreign scene, at least 72 people have been killed in Spanish flash floods. The news was edited by Martha Okere. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 080